And we are live. What's up, guys? Welcome to the E-Estate Revolution. Today's topic is going to be on conducting a needs analysis and how that works in terms of being part of E-Estate and the particular product, right, that we are selling, right, and how that translates over to basic sales tactics, right, that work regardless of what company you're working for or what kind of sales position you're in. And I want to use the analogy of the doctor, right? The analogy of the doctor when it comes to needs analysis based sales, right? And then what we have to offer at eEstate with a crypto friendly, digital piece of fractional ownership of property. Okay, so some of the greatest salespeople in the world, and you probably don't think of them as salespeople, but that's what they are doctors. Okay, and we're gonna go through your average person's experience with, hey, going to a doctor's office and getting sold, right, on whatever it is, whether it's further tests, whether it's a prescription, right, a blood test or blood draw, right, a referral, right, whatever it is that particular doctor is selling you on, or the person who's going to their office. So first and foremost, what we want to talk about is a professional setting and an air of professionalism. Okay, so a doctor is usually going to have a nice office, right, where you go to see them, or a specific location like a hospital, somewhere that has an air of professionalism. Right now, for us in selling eEstate, that's the ARDR system, right? The Association of Real Digital Realtors. Okay, and that is the Eli property, right? That's our backup, right? Of, hey, this Eli property program has been around for 50 years. In real estate, that's our professionalism, that's our backup. Just like when you go into a professional office, when you're going to the doctor. Okay, so what else happens? Well, you don't walk in the doctor's office and all of a sudden he tells you about this great new product that he has, right? Or that she has. That's not how it works, is it? Right? It's not like you go there and all of a sudden, boom, hey, I got this great new prescription drug that I want to sell you, right? People would be like, what? You don't even know why I'm here. Right. And so this is where the needs analysis comes in. What does the doctor do? They ask questions, right? They take your vitals, right? They have these questions where they're trying to figure out, hey, why are you here? What is your pain point? Right. And that's the same thing we do in any type of a sales scenario or sales situation. What is the person's pain point? Okay. So from a network marketing perspective, usually the person's pain point goes something like this, right? They're in some sort of level of, either they're in a level of poverty that they want to break out of, right? Or they are in a level of boredom where they don't have anything to do. Like, they have money, but they want something to do. They want to feel like a professional, right? They want to feel like they are part of something, right? And so and you have to discover kind of which pain point they're at. For the person who's impoverished, it's pretty simple, right? They're living paycheck to paycheck, if that, right? They're living hand to mouth, and they're looking at this, this elite class of people, right? They call it the top 1%, whatever you want to call it. But the people who have financial freedom, who are going on vacations, they have time to spend with their family, right? They have these really nice houses and cars and all this stuff. And you're looking at them and going, wow, right? These people look like they are just living the life. And here I am working 80 hours a week, working 2 or 3 different jobs. And, I can barely get by. And that's the pain point that you want them to articulate right before you offer your solution, which in this case, the solution is a network marketing company that pays out small percentage gains based on capital that people invest in a sense of crypto. Okay, so that's the needs analysis where when you're dealing with a prospect, you always want to ask more questions than you just dump information on them, right? Because you're going to lose them, they're going to get bored, right? They're not ready for all of that. You just want to say, hey, how have you been doing? What's your life like? And when you're connecting, in that type of a manner, you can say, hey, I want to show you something that I've been doing that's helped me with that, right? If they do articulate a pain point, right? Or if you're having a professional meeting, a great way to start out is just saying, hey, so how can I help you? And then just shut up. So what can I do for you? And then just get quiet, right? And wait for them to talk, right? Wait for them to start talking. Let them talk, let them vent, let them open up, right? And if if you have any areas of commonality there, you go ahead and share those areas of commonality. Hey, I've been through the same thing. Boom, boom, boom. This is what happened to me. Then put the ball back in their court and let them talk some more, right? Because they're going to reveal some sort of pain point that they have, or they're going to reveal something that they're struggling with. They're going to reveal a problem that needs a solution, right? So what's the problem? Well, for a bored housewife, the problem is she sees her husband out there making a difference in the world and making a lot of money, and she feels like she's just not doing anything in terms of that. She's not accomplishing anything. She's not making a difference in the world. That sort of a thing. And the answer is, well, hey, you don't even have to leave your house, right, to become a member of this company, right? You just have to have whatever percentage of capital to get started in this. And hey, most of it is done on a passive basis, right? But it is a brand new company with a new frontier, right? Which is crypto. And it's an amazing opportunity to do something really special, right? And you can build on that, right? If it's the other one, it's the poverty situation. Well, that's a good one too, because hey, you know what? I completely understand. And with a lot of new companies, it's hard to make money at first. But the great thing about this company is that you're going to make money the first day, right? So as soon as you get in, boom, investment, boom, first day. Now, let me tell you guys a story that is going to be very helpful, right, when it comes to this. And that's my keto story, right? My keto story is that there was a company, I don't know if it's still around. It was called, I believe they were called Keto, but it was basically the keto diet. And what they sold was a supplement to help you get started and move forward in the keto diet. Now, this thing costs $600 to get in, right? To even get started. And then you had to sell, man. You had to sell this product. And there was no guarantee. And this is also what you can, when people bring up the Ponzi scheme, when people bring up the pyramid scheme, please tell them this story. You can share this story, make it like it's your own. Tell them what happened to Vaughn, right? $600 to even get in. And you weren't guaranteed to make a dime back, right? There's no guarantees in life, but with this one, really, you had to sell. And this was an expensive thing to sell. Right. And a lot of times people didn't know what the keto diet was. They didn't know what ketones were. You had to go from zero to selling a $600 package to somebody, which there's no guarantee that this is even actually going to work or that it even is what it says it is. Right. It's a little supplement powder that you pour into water. Right. And a person who was in my life at the time, this person lost $30,000. And never made a dime. Okay. Now with our opportunity, that won't happen. It almost can't happen because first of all, you can get in for as low as $10, right? And then as soon as you get in, that next business day, boom, you've already made a return. So there's no way that you're going to dump $30,000 into this company and have zero return. And that's exactly what happened with this keto MLM, right? To this person who was in my life at that time. Right? And that is a big, big difference when it comes to something like eEstate, between what eEstate is doing and what your average multi-level marketing company is doing. Usually the multi-level marketing company is selling an expensive product, and you have to sell it and you have to push it, and there's no guarantee that you're going to make a dime. Right? And so people keep pouring more money into it, chasing a dream and never make any money back. There's a difference between going into overall profit and at least making money back of what you put into it, right? And a lot of these multi-level marketing companies, you're not even going to make any money back. It's just all going to be gone. But with something like this, you're going to start making money, getting paid on what you put in on the first business day, and then every business day moving forward. So what do you've got? Well, okay, the doctor analogy. You've got a professional setting, right? And you are an expert in your field. The reason why it's easy for a doctor to sell you something is because the doctor is the expert, or at least he's seen as the expert, he or she. So you want to be seen as an expert in your field. You want to be seen as a professional, right? And then you want to conduct a needs analysis, right? Take their temperature, right? To put the little monitor on their heart, right? Ask them what's been going on with them. What brings you here today? How can I help you? That's the needs analysis, right? Just like a doctor, right? What brings you to see me? How can I help you? What can I do for you? The person lays out their problem and you listen, and then you offer them your solution, right? Hey, I was with this network marketing company. I dumped $30,000 into it. I didn't make a dime back, and I just got a real bad taste in my mouth. I'm glad that you brought that up, because I am part of a company right now where you get paid the first day and you don't even have to recruit, right? You can recruit if you want to. You can become a crypto agent if you want to, but you don't have to. You can start making money right away. And that's one of the things I love about the company. Don't even tell them what it is. Let them continue. Let them ask you. So that, what is that company that you brought up, right? That you're making money the first business day and even afterwards. Oh, okay. You want to know about that? Cool. It's called eEstate, and there's webinars and stuff like that. I'll be happy to plug you into one of the webinars. Just get back with me if it's something that you're interested in. No pressure. Anyway, what else has been going on, right? And just keep it moving, right? You don't want to be like a pushy used car salesman in this type of a position, or really any sales position. Probably the best used car salesman does the same thing. They come off as an expert in their field, right? They ask questions, right? They do a needs analysis, right? And then they prescribe your solution. What does the doctor do? The doctor gives you a prescription, either to take more tests, right? Or to go and pick up this drug or whatever it is. But that's their business. They give you the prescription. You tell them what's wrong with you. They prescribe the solution. So when you're dealing with a customer, allow that customer to tell you what's wrong. That way you can prescribe the solution, right? Professional setting, expert in your field. Ask questions, conduct the needs analysis, and the final thing is prescribe the solution. Here's what has worked for me. Here's what's worked for other people in your situation. And this is the name of the company, and give it to them that way, and let them come in that natural, organic way. Right. So, hey, take those tips to take your business to the next levels, guys. If you have any questions, drop me a comment. Links are in the description for eEstate, and we'll see you guys on the next one. Take care.